It is no longer news that Iyabo Ojo is being dragged by very dark man for her alleged involvement in the downfall of the Malian music. Back in 2023, Nigerians cancelled the Malian's music after videos of his alleged involvement in bullying Mohbad went viral. Since then, Naira Marley, the record label boss, has struggled with winning the heart of Nigerians back. Fast forward to 2025, Very Dark Man took it upon himself to revisit the case and in the process have Naira Marley exonerated from the narrative of him bullying Mohbad, his record label signee to that. Now, in the process of this, Iyabo Ojo's name got mentioned as she used that platform back then to call out Naira Marley when emotions were still everywhere, and as a result, amplified the call for the cancel the Naira music. So today, the Nollywood actress took to her Instagram page to answer questions that may be running through a fan's mind and also respond to Very Dark Man's accusation and claim and also tell a side of the story. Now, before we dive in, kindly give this video a thumbs up and also if you have not subscribed, don't be a stranger. Please hit the subscribe button so that we can all share enjoy juicy content together. Let's take a watch, guys.
I knew that was the propaganda they wanted to achieve, anyways. Maybe they were thinking that when I get there, I was going to do, I know, you can, they will not say that I was rude to police, they will not detain me. Do you understand? So me, I already knew. I was just laughing. We went out with Tonto, we had fun, I posted it on my Snapchat. So day 3, I went there on Friday. They told me they will let me know when they land Abuja, when they normally land Abuja. So they waited, I think, around that past 1 or 2. They asked me to start coming. So I got there. They called me out again. They spoke to me. All the in fact, they were like 5 of them, I think. There were about 4 or 5 of them. They called me. They started canceling me again. Madam, see, just let it go. Just this, just try and sort it, just see how you can help him, just, da, da, da. So I said, okay. So he came. When he came, they asked him to speak. He gave his own side of the story. He said, I accused him of murder and it affected him, blah, 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 blah. I said, no, I did not accuse you of murder. I accused you, your team, of bullying this boy. And I asked, what did you do about it? He said, no, that let's leave the bully. Why did you not channel the bully? Why did you not put channel our energy on the bully and making it seem like it was like we don't have a video of how Mohbad died. We only have a video of how he was a police officer. What we could do, the strength I had, was to write, to file, to request for an autopsy, and Dan had to do the right thing. If they had cleared your name today from that corona inquest that you did not claim, but it was because of what I never did. The letter I wrote and how I pushed for that. He said there, but I came out, I said there, and then it was not around. He gave, said his own story. And as a mother, I started feeling for him. And he was talking. And he denied ever bullying Mohbad. He tried to make me understand that Mohbad had mental health issues. So I said, okay, all that fight that happened in your house. He said it was Mohbad came with his boys and they started the fight. That they beat his brother also in the neck. I said, Mohbad just left his house and went with his friends to go and fight you. He said, yes, that there was a video, even Mohbad apologized, this and that. I said, okay, what about Sam Larry? Then Samari was there. Samari said, oh, he owed him 2 million naira. And he first saw him in the club. When he saw him in the club, it was Mohbad that was even being rude to him in the club. That he didn't touch Mohbad. And then the one for the 2 million naira, he was going to go and buy yam. He was going to go and buy yam. And then he just saw that they were doing something. And normally when he goes to that beach side where boys used to follow him, you know, so then he just saw Mohbad, he just said, you are not going to leave here today if you don't give me my money. That he wasn't that serious, he was just like joking with him, you know, and then the next minute, you know, that if I checked the video they did, that it was all a setup, it was all a plan. I said, so if you did not beat him, because that same day there was a video where he was in the car and he had bruises, and then after that you said even Zlatan, you guys went to eat. But I said, was Mohbad with you guys when you guys went to eat? He said no, that they didn't want him to leave. It was not that helped Mohbad, you know, with the boys to leave and all that. And then the next day or so, whatever, he went to file a petition. That he was even shocked when he received the petition that he had to do a counter petition and everything that we saw was a lie. So I said, okay, the video where you said, the voiceover where you said, what's it basing? All stations settled. Who did they bury? And I said, no, that was a slang they used to use, and that was an old video that I had nothing related with. I said, okay, the video where you said, Shamapoko can sort of. At that time, the officer said, Madam, we have spoken to you Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Just settle with these people and let it go. While we were in the interrogation room and we were talking, they said so many things. They said so many things. But very dark man, I will talk about just myself and not go into what you people tried to make me believe was the issue. I won't do that. If you want to do that, you can go ahead and do that. Because you people made me believe that it was a setup. Some certain people in the industry was jealous about him and the sex, you know. And then people said maybe I was not aware, I was just used as a bait. You understand? And then they planted their people there to bring Naira down. You guys made me understand in your own words that maybe they were jealous of him because at that time it was raining, and so the industry wanted to bring him down. So all those videos were brought out, and but me, I didn't know, so they had a lot was said, and I began to wonder in my head, I don't understand. Where is all this one coming from? Who was setting who up? Why would they want to bring? We saw these videos. And in that concerned group, there was no time that any one of them said, this is how we should plan it. Naira Marley is the one that killed him, and they will do this and do this. I said, you can bring all that one because me, I can't. At the group, I think I left the group. There was an issue that was going on in the group at that time. I think when Sam Clef was attacking the video, and Dre, they had this, they're off there. And I left the group then because I was like, I don't understand the fight. At that time, I already even made up my mind that I was not getting involved with the justice for Mohbad again, because then there was too many distractions. There was the DNA issue, there was the CCTV issue, there was this issue, there was Baba Mohbad and Wumi's issue. Like, it was just a whole lot. And I said, thank God there's a corona inquest. Thank God an autopsy has been done. At least if we cannot achieve everything, then we'll be able to achieve some. Let me take a bow. So that consigned group, I came off it. But I have some people that are still in that group that have the full, do you understand? It's a crime for you to post people's private chats. It's a crime. You have to understand the law. But if the right authorities request for it, I'm sure the 1 or 2 or 3 people that still have the video, will, the group chat will tender the group chat. But asking that I post it, it's a crime. Why would I post other people's private chats? You want them to sue me? No. But take it to the right authorities. If they request for it, there are 1 or 2, 3 people that have it. They can go through the whole concerned citizen chat to see if there's anything implicating them. Even your own that you wanted to do justice for yourself, it was a link. I think it's unclear that even was posted that link in the group. I can't remember. It was a link that was already trending online that they just put there. You understand? For us to see. So, it's a group chat. I do not have control or power of whatever it is that anybody chooses to put inside there. As long as it's not affecting justice for Mohbad. That's that about that. So if anybody really wants to see the whole, if you feel there's anything in there which there's nothing, go to the right authorities, let them request for it, and I'm sure 1 or 2 people have it to tender it. It's not a problem. But bringing it on social media space, it's a criminal act. Saying you paid someone 20 million to act it is a criminal act. Do you understand? Now, while we're having all this back and forth, Very Dark Man was allowed into the interrogation room. Wow. And I was like, hello. I smiled. I was like, it's like these people don't know that I know my rights. Why is, yes. Officer Suleiman has spoken to me on Wednesday about settling with him. Spoken to him about on Thursday about settling with him. Okay. But what is he doing in the interrogation room? He's not part of the petition. Is he their lawyer, family member? I don't understand. Why is he inside the interrogation room? And I began to wonder, why are these people stressing me? Because when we did our own petition in Lagos, you people refused to allow what we wanted happen. You guys refuse. Why are you people stressing me? Okay, I get it. And I was looking. I wanted to live there in one piece. Because when you're dining with the enemy, you have to dine with a very wisdom. I had to understand the game that was going on here. And I had to beat them to it. Because I was in the interrogation room. It was going in and coming outside down, like one of their chapters. And I was just smiling. At the time they went out, then all of them, and then the police people started talking to me again, Madam, just apologize and just help him. You understand? Leave all this back and forth, all this talk. Just, let it go. Blah, 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 blah. And I look at the time. I said, okay, I've heard you people. I was so pained, but I just like, okay, I'm already here. No one. What does he want? They said, but you've asked this question so many times. Just see how you can help the guy. Just apologize. I said, apologize where? On social media? Or where? I don't understand. Apologize for what? They said, Madam, if this guy said that you are voting in this and that, it's like a brother to you. Like you said, you don't have anything with him. The one that you said about your son, you said your son does not want to do a case, you are forgiving him. So just apologize and say a way that you can help him so that we can all just, let this matter rest. Because if you go to court, you will spend money, you will do this, you will do, This was the third day. So I said, Naira, okay, come. What do you want? He said he wants to prove his innocence. He doesn't want to do because his parents have told him not to settle. He wants to. So I looked at the officer. The officer said, no, that no, you guys will settle, blah, 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 blah. I asked him some questions. I said, nah, all these young boys that are living in your house, because you claim you don't know that they spice drinks and food, but it's happening under your roof, in your home. So why are you harboring these children that you cannot control? Where are they getting these drugs from? That he said he doesn't know anything about it, that has never happened before. I said, no, you cannot tell me it has not happened before because it happened to my son. He said, okay, maybe we should go to court. So it was a lot of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, you know. So eventually I said, okay, you are claiming that the video I did is the reason why they cancelled you. But I know that the video I made is not the reason why they cancelled you. It's because of all the videos and everything and your nonchalant attitude, which he accepted that he had a nonchalant attitude. And your nonchalant attitude and that you did not do anything and then you're still with Sam. Do you understand? As Larry got up and said, I did not bully him, all these things I feel might be the reason. But if you think or feel that me coming out to speak is the reason why you were cancelled, well, and it is not that I cannot help you. That time I was angry. But deep down in me, if I can. But I cannot take decisions on my own. I have a management team. And I sit down and see how they can go about this. Because if I say on my own part that, okay, I have no grievances towards you anymore, what about the next person, the Nigerian person? I can't speak for everybody. If I come out to say, oh guys, oh Marley, I'm sorry you feel that I did this, people please forgive them. I said people will still say that I have been pressured to do this. Because people know me. Even though I feel pressured, I felt very pressured, right? I said, so it is only best that your lawyer and my lawyer sits down and find a way to draft what we can present to the public. It's going to be a gradual process. And it's going to be from my own side. Taba fi owo si bomowi, I fi owo to family. Do you understand? I said, if eventually we do that, and the people start accepting you back, and you do a good song, not the one you'll be talking about breast and all this one, I will vibe to it for you. And I would also speak to my man to see how he can help you because he's a promoter. I can do that for you. But we just need to sit down with our lawyers and see how we can do this because, yes, you've been vindicated that you did not kill him. Everybody knew you were not there. But those videos, they still live in people's memory. And I said it there. I said if you had disassociated yourself from Sam Larry, maybe it would have helped. But people feel like you are enabling the person that bully. You know, what people watch with their eyes is different from what you are telling them. You know, but you tell me something now, I can choose to be empathetic towards it or not. But when I watch something, it is hard to erase it from my memory. I said, thank God you said you've never seen me before. I said, because this very dark man said that you dated me. And some other blogs said you gave me flower, you dated me, maybe you dated my daughter, I don't know. But I thank God that you have said it in the presence of the police people that this is the first time you are seeing me. You said your mom too was angry that I said she uses children. I said I never said. I was repeating, which there's a video evidence, what DJ Splash said. Oh, DJ Splash said your mother that I was repeating. I did not say. And that is my conclusion. And after all, so we packed ourselves there. What's his name? Beside me. I said, yes, no problem. Sat beside me. Sam Larry was there. Our lawyers were at the near the CP Uche that CP Uche called her to come, so she came. So we're all there. Now, meanwhile, before that was going on, Mama called me aside and said, Mama, what about very dark man's case too? I said, well, we want to settle all these things. That is why we asked him to come, so that we can settle everything. And that very dark man is part of the people that helped us talk to Naira Marley so that he doesn't charge you to court. So you to, try and settle with him. I said, is it because of it? He came to talk to Naira Marley, or because he's sorry and he wants us to settle? He said that the way that she just ignore very dark man, that's his attitude, but actually he really wants to make peace with everyone. I said, the first petition, the one that they are using to pick him up, I'll have to speak to Tonto about that, because me, I'm just a witness in that petition. I did not file it. They said, okay, I should speak to Tonto. So I called Tonto. I said, Tonto, this is what this officer said. Tonto said, no, that should please leave her. She's not ready. But me, I'm the one that I'm doing mommy. She's not ready. When she's ready, she will let them know. So I went back. The officer was trying to talk to her. She said no. So I said, officer, leave her. Right? Now, this was after we are saying CP Uche, and CP Uche have asked, okay, are you guys okay with da? They said yes, okay. So they said 2 weeks time. Okay. So we left. 6, how about the evidence? 6 something. I wrote the time because I checked it then. I got a call from Officer Sully. Madam, how are you? Good morning. I said, it's very early. Why? I said, yes, I wanted to know when I was going back. I said, there's no flight though. So I'm still going to be here till tomorrow. He said, okay, that very dark man would like to see me. I said, but maybe you've told me to drop anything I should leave. I've forgiven him now. That one is gone. He said, no, that he still wants us to meet one by one, that he wants to discuss some things with me, and everything. And I said, I said, but I've told you that it's okay. He said he knows that, it would not be fair, that now me and then Amali have settled that it will not be fair that if he doesn't accomplish, settling me and then, because me and him has not sat one-on-one to talk. I said, okay, no one. I said, I'll call you back because I have to discuss with my lawyer, I have to discuss with Tonto, I have to discuss with the person that will come. I just have to make plans and then I'll get back to you when I'm done making plans. I said, I promise I'll call you. So I waited because Tonto took a while. She came, we sat, we spoke. doctor said I should not go. I said, let me go. I want to even listen to what he has to say. Let me go and listen to what he has to say. So, I said, please, I don't know Abuja too well. Can you give me a place where we can meet? Because I didn't want him to come to where I was staying. They gave a place. I sent it to the officer. The officer now sent another place to me and called and said, that place is very busy. People might start taking videos and pictures and all that. I said, okay, no problem. So, one of my brothers came with his security person, his driver. That's 3, myself, my lawyer. So we went there. We're 5. When we got to the place, it was like an apartment. So I said, no, I'm not coming down. I want an open place. How would I walk into an apartment? No. So immediately my lawyer called Suleiman, and I called him too. And then they said, okay. So my brother that was with us now said, oh, we can go to, I can't remember the name of the place. Sonny something place. I think Very Dark Man mentioned it. So we went there. It was like, is it a restaurant or an hotel? I don't know, but it was an open place, and there was no, I don't think anybody was even there. Maybe before they came, maybe 1 or 2 people came and left. So it was a very private place, but an open place. And then I sat down there. And then a few minutes later, he came with the officer, Suleiman. And he said, he thought it was just me and him, blah, blah, blah. He didn't know I was going to come with these people. And then he dropped his phone. And I dropped my phone. And then we went to another seat and we sat down. Now, what we had as a conversation, he did more of the talking anyways. I was even talking more about what he had done to me, all the defamative things he had said. And then he was asking me, is that why you said this about the mother? And then the thing that they thought, which Marley also thought, that it was a setup by some big shots in the industry, you understand? And then some cult people, he also started explaining to me again and trying to make me see reasons why he feels that this is what actually happened. And I listened. And after all said and done, I left there. And I came back to Lagos the next day. Did I leave the next day or the next 2 days? Was it on Sunday I left or Monday? I can't remember. But anyway, I left and came back to Lagos. Now, on getting to Lagos, I said my lawyer and their lawyer should meet, right? Officer Suleiman gave my lawyer the number of their said lawyer. I don't know who that is. And then my lawyer sent a message. This is Iyabo Ojo's lawyer, blah, 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 blah. We're supposed to then. There was no response. There was no response, right? 2 or 3 days later, my lawyer said, that person has not responded. On everything that was going on, I was communicating with the CP Uche and also communicating with Officer Suleiman. So I saw on the internet, Iyabo Ojo has gone to beg Naira Marley, Iyabo Ojo has done this. I was like, if these people say they want settlement and we're trying to put our head together to see how we can even help him, what is all these things that they are putting on social media? So whatever it is I saw, I sent it to the 2 officers. I called Umi and called Mohbad's mom. I invited them over. I sat them down. I explained everything I'm telling people now. I explained everything to them. That this is what went on, this is what was said, and everything. Then I told my lawyer sent another message to their lawyer again. We have the evidence, everything. Sent a message, this is, The person did not respond. The next day, we got a letter that the AIG wants to interview me. Now, the dates that I was like, number one, I was there for 4 days. And in that 4 days, I was going back and forth with you guys for 3 days. I have written my statement. You people have claimed that you want us to settle by doing the ADR, which is okay. If the Marley are not okay, maybe they decided to not be okay again and they wanted to go to court, I feel that the necessary thing for them to do, according to the law, was to sue me. Right? Yes. Sue me. Why are you asking me to come to Abuja again, risk my life, waste my money? After I was there 3 days, 3 times. The first day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You guys said the same thing. After I'd even written a statement and said I am not guilty, you guys still went on to talk to me, just continuously telling me to settle, help him. And I eventually said okay. And I gave a condition to how I want to go about it. Now, if that condition is not okay for them, let them do the needful. Charge the case to court. Simple. So I was wondering. Well, guess what? The date they asked me to come on the 9th was supposed to be the same date my court case with Liz. I said, on this night I'm supposed to be in court with Liz. So I can't even make it. Do you understand? So I asked my lawyer to write them. I can't make it on the night because I have a court case. That evening, a day before that day, then a day before on the night, when I was supposed to, we already done the letter, sent it to them. So a day before on the night, I got a call. I was coming from my second shop. I got home and I got a call that there was a fire outbreak in my shop. Apparently, they wouldn't be trying to call me. So by the time I could call them, they was on the phone, said the fire. I called the fire people. They said they were already on their way there because luckily all my fire extinguisher that I have, I do it from them, So I had their contacts. So I called one of them that usually comes to do everything in my office, and they said the firefighters were already there, on their way there. So I made my way there. I got there when they had even put up the fire, but the people were still there waiting for me. The ambulance, the fire, what do you guys call that thing? Is it the ambulance or fire? So the firefighters. So I met them there, and my anxiety level just went up because that never happened before. And that building is not my building, it's somebody's house. So I was so afraid, like, God, please. My landlord is an elderly man. I was even more concerned about him, his health, hearing this kind of news than me myself. So I was worried. I got away heavily, so everything I recorded it, I posted it. And I sent it to CP Uche. I sent it to Suya. Normally, if the fire did not happen, I could not even go because I had to be in court.
Okay, that's all we can take from Iyabo Ojo's story. Iyabo Ojo's counter video against very dark man. But before I go, I have a question. I am really, really confused now. Now, very dark man has said his own part of the story, his own version, the evidence he obtained, and everything he knows about the ongoing case. Now, Iyabo Ojo has come online to say our own, to tell our own side of the story. Now, we know two truths can coexist. That's not a lie. But then, this this truth, they are contradictory, like they are contradicting each other. So there's definitely a lie somewhere. So I want to believe one of these two people, either Iyabo Ojo or Very Dark Man, is lying. I want to believe one of them is lying. Now, for me, maybe because of my own sentiments and emotional attachment, or maybe let's say the soft spot I have for Iyabo Ojo, I want to believe she's not lying. So this is why I want to say she's not lying. This is why I believe she's not lying. Now, if you go online, you see that there are very numerous videos, numerous publications from Mohbad himself before he died, asking Nigerians to hold Naira Marley responsible if anything happens to him. Now, Very Dark Man is saying the Malians didn't bully Mohbad before he died. Now, if the Malians didn't bully Mohbad, sorry, before he died. Now, what was the essence of the petitions and the numerous videos he made when he was still alive against the Malians? What was the essence? Are you trying to say the young man was crazy? Because that's the narrative flying around now, that Mohbad was having a mental issue. Now, if he was having a mental issue, he had witnesses now, and the witnesses are also saying the same thing. I want to believe this is Very Dark Man trying so hard to manipulate the public so that we can accept the Malians back into the society, just like they were before Mohbad died. But then I am not getting it. I am not getting this. So are you trying to say Mohbad was out of his mind when he was making those videos, and those bruises we saw on his body, and those, they were evidences. What more evidence do we need? Now, because of this, I want to believe Very Dark Man is the one lying. Very Dark Man is obviously the one lying, trying to manipulate Nigerians over this ongoing case. So that's my own personal opinion, but I would want you to drop your own opinion in the comment section below. What do you think after watching this Iyabo Ojo side of the story? What do you think about this whole situation now? Do you think Very Dark Man is trying to manipulate the public into having the fame and the acceptance the Malians had before now? Or you think Iyabo Ojo is the one lying? Because they were also narrative that the reason why Iyabo Ojo did that, what she did back then to ensure that the Malians were cancelled, was that I don't want to say this, but I will have to say this because it is needed at this time, that he forcefully had his way with Priscilla. So that's the rumor going online. So I don't know. But for me, I think Very Dark Man is just trying to manipulate the public into believing that they didn't bully Mohbad. So drop your comment in the comment section. I would want to read from you. And also, please, if you have not given this video a like, please do that now. And also give us a subscription. So that way we know you're watching our content. That way we know you're enjoying every content we push out there. Thank you for watching. God bless you.